Hello FlossTube friends, welcome to the channel My Stitchy Home. Clearly I am not at home. So if we've never met, my name is Becca and today's date is Monday, May 10th, 2021. My channel, we call it FlossTube. It's mainly about cross stitch, but in past videos I have shown quilting and counted canvas work, and I do have a new project that's counted canvas work to show you today, but it's mainly cross stitch. So if you enjoy cross stitch or quilting or sewing, hang around and we can get to know each other better. Again, my name is Becca. It has been over 7 months since I filmed my last FlossTube. If you are new to my channel, or if you've not watched all of my past FlossTubes, they're not that many. On my channel I have, I think, 3 playlists. I have my 2019 FlossTube videos in a playlist. I have my 2020, and then a year ago, on my 1-year FlossTube anniversary, I, over a series of 2 to 3 weeks, I did a whip parade, about 30 minutes or so each day for 10 sessions, to go through all of my whips as well as kitted projects for cross stitch, needlepoint, counted canvas work, and quilting. So if you're interested in any of those and you haven't seen them or don't think you've seen them, go to the playlist on my channel and you'll see my whip parade, or whip/kit parade. So why am I in my car? Well, again, this is May 10th. I'm going to try to do this all in one go and upload directly to YouTube. I am in Rochester, New York, and we're just passing through today. My husband's in a game shop. He very patiently waited while I shopped at the Golden Needle in Rochester, New York. And if I can, I'll make the thumbnail the picture I took of the outside of the Golden Needle. I would have loved to have done a walk around, talk to you, but I knew I couldn't. I don't possess the skills to combine that with this kind of a video. So hopefully the thumbnail will be the front of the Golden Needle. It's a fabulous shop in Rochester, New York. If you're into crochet or knitting or quilting or beading or weaving, right in that one block shopping area, there are all those other shops. So it is a mecca for fiber artists. It truly is a fabulous destination point in Rochester, New York. So today I only went to the Golden Needle. The last time we were up here in Rochester, I visited all those other shops, and I just couldn't believe all that fiber goodness was so close. I mean, just literally steps away from each other. So my husband waited while I shopped, and I'll show you one of the projects I kitted up. And he's now in a game store shopping while I record this FlossTube. Anyway, we're on vacation. I live in Georgia, the Columbus, Georgia area, and we needed to visit some family in Ohio and a family member that's up here in Rochester. So we combined that with spending a few days in the Finger Lakes region of New York. If you're not familiar with the Finger Lakes, I think there's 11 lakes in what I would call central New York that kind of angle down from the Great Lake that's north of here. I can't think if that's Superior. I can't think. Sorry, I should have looked it up. But anyway, these lakes were formed years and years ago by a glacier that carved out the landscape in these finger-shaped lakes. And we stayed in Ithaca, New York for 5 nights in a lovely hotel there. And we did a wine tour, we visited a goat farm and did a cheese tasting. What else did we do? Oh, we walked around downtown Ithaca. We ate at a really nice inn that overlooks the lake we were on, which was Lake Cayuga, I think it's called. Anyway, if I got that wrong, I apologize to New Yorkers everywhere. And now we're on our way to visit my brother-in-law in Buffalo, and then back down to Ohio to revisit the family there, and then we'll head home to Georgia. So we'll be home in just a few days to Georgia. So I wanted to show you what I can show you, the projects that I brought, that I've started. All of these are ones I've started since the beginning of the year. And so I know you've not seen these before. And in no particular order, I've not worked on it this trip, but at home I started Lizzie Kate, Time for God. And I'm doing this as a stitch along with my cousin Lynn McGill. Hey Lynn! Lynn is actually from New York, Interlaken, New York originally, I think. And so she was giving us advice on places to go, things to see. Lots of waterfalls in the Finger Lakes region. I mean, you're just driving along and beautiful waterfall. So we did visit some waterfalls. We also visited a craft kind of farmer's market place on Saturday. It's only open on Saturdays, and it was about an hour from our hotel. And so we visited there and bought some things, thanks to Lynn's suggestion. And here's where I am with my Time for God. And this is stitched on Heroic Belfast linen 32 count, and it has, I don't know how you can probably see it, the little blue pink splotches on kind of a goldy tan background. And so that's where I am. I started in the middle, so I've got to yeah, I'm right in there. So I've got to work up and down to finish that. Oh, and you can see my StitchCon 2019 needle minder. I am going to StitchCon 2021. I will arrive on Saturday, June 12th, which is weekend day. We'll be halfway, 2/3 done. But hopefully I'll get to see some weekend A StitchCon attenders in Cincinnati, Ohio. And then I'm staying for the week to attend weekend B. So I'm officially a weekend B retreater, but I didn't want to miss out on the chance to see friends from the 2019 StitchCon, FlossTubers that would be at weekend A. So Brenda the Handwork Maniac, hopefully Stacy the 911 Stitcher, and I will all be there in the middle of weekend A, stitching in the convention center lobby area or the Hyatt lobby area. We're staying at the Live-In, which is right next to the Hyatt in the convention center. So we'll be around that whole week stitching, you know, in between weekend A and B. And if you're there for weekend A or B, please come say hi to myself and to Brenda, the Handwork Maniac. And if Stacy makes it, she's still deeply recovering from major knee surgery. So she's made plans to attend, but you know, we want her to be safe, not sorry. So I'm hoping she's able to come. I would love to meet her in person, but it's chance you know, she might have to change her mind. But right now she's planning to come. Okay, so that was that one. Another one I started at the beginning of the year is from Stitchin' Mommy, Temperature Topography. You can see that. This is her mock-up. And the colors, like the purple colors, represent colder days. And then the orangey reds represent the hottest days in the summer. This is her design. And I am through stitching April. And I've just started May. And these represent the high temperatures of the day where I live in the Columbus, Georgia area. So you can see we had a few purple, blue days, but we are definitely in the 70s and 80s now. Or when I get back to Georgia, that's what we have to look forward to. And then another one I started unexpectedly, didn't expect to start this, is the 2021 Linen and Threads Mystery. And this is the printout as of March. So, or sorry, as of April. If you've not seen this before, in January we did the frame, all the outlines, and then February was this one, this block, and then March was these, I guess you'd say border fill in, and then April was this one, and May has come out, and I'm pretty sure it's in this box, but it hadn't come out when we left, so I don't have a printout of that. But here's where I am. You pick your own floss colors, your own fabric, and I didn't say, but my temperature topography, I'm pretty sure, is on a 32 count. It might be a 28 count, but I'm pretty sure it's 32. It's just a white linen. And this is a 22 count Hardanger fabric, because I really wanted to scale down this Linen and Threads Mystery Project. Otherwise it would be, you know, much bigger. And so I picked a DMC kind of blue and brown variegated, and I don't remember the color number, and I don't have the DMC little label anymore with my project. But anyway, it's blues and browns, and then as an accent I've got a solid kind of darker blue that you can see in, like, in the center of this one, and then in the center of these motifs. So most of it is variegated, but I am accenting with the blue, so it'll be blue and brown. And I tell you, that March, filling in these borders, that's some serious stitching for a 1 month assignment. That's going to take a while, but I'll just work on it in between the other month assignments. And looking forward to getting my May going when I get home. So those are some whips that like I said, I've started since the beginning of the year. And knowing that we were coming to the Golden Needle in Rochester, I brought along this pattern from Jenny Morrow Designs. Sarah from the Stitchin' Mommy recently showed this. Somebody had sent her this pattern and their fabric, I think, their whip, not the floss. And she was very, very interested in working on it. She didn't know whether she was going to continue where they left off or start again. But anyway, when I saw it on her channel, I thought, ooh, I have that pattern. I just need to kit it up. So it's got specialty stitches. I don't know how well you can see that level of detail. But so today I got 18 count, I think this is called eggshell. I think this is 18 count eggshell mono canvas. And then these are most of the flosses. The DMC, a lot of gold, brown, green, but there are some blues and rust colors. And then these were Karen Impressions, and this is a Karen watercolor. And what is this? This one is called Spice. And then these are Threadworks. The pattern calls for Needle Necessities, which was purchased by and renamed Threadworks. So the shop owner at the Golden Needle kindly looked up what the Threadwork colors were, and actually this one has the label Needle Necessities, and then this one has the new label Threadworks. So anyway, and they just have numbers, they're not names. But so that's not every single floss I need, but it's most of them on the eggshell canvas. So yeah, in theory I'm starting that soon. I don't know why, but I do love it. She had the model there, and she let me take a picture of her model, and it's really cute. Sarah's pattern that was gifted to her included some suggested adding of some trees, and the model at the Golden Needle, she actually stitched trees coming out at an angle in these 4 corners, and I mean, that definitely helped fill it in, so you didn't have just empty corners. Like hers was matted straight, so then you had this, you would have had this big open area, and by adding trees that filled that in. So I'm not sure if I'll, you know, try to place some trees in between the buildings, but anyway. So that's what I've got with me on the road. And why have I not recorded in 7 months? Well, I don't know. That's not a good answer, but combination of things. I still need to put the Filmora 9 software, my editing software, onto my new laptop, which will hopefully make the editing process, uploading process go a little smoother, a little faster. And I haven't done that yet. And they have released some updates. Wondershare is the company that has the Filmora software, and they've released some updates that I've not yet applied. I've applied some of them, but not all of them. So I was kind of dragging my feet, knowing I needed to ideally do that, and so I could have a more pleasant experience with my editing and uploading. Editing isn't bad, I just tend to make it more complex than if you do like this. You just record, and whatever you say, and whatever you do, and you can't change it, you can't remove anything. It's just what it is. But with editing, I examine every little thing and try to figure out, well, do I need to add some text to explain something that I didn't explain really well? Do I need to remove a section where maybe I'm looking at the ceiling, or I'm looking at the floor, or whatever? So I just kind of hemmed and hawed about that, and like I said, I just kept thinking, well, any day now I'll feel like getting my editing software on the new computer, getting everything updated, and then I'll go back to recording. And I hadn't done that yet. But I have missed you guys. I have missed sharing my progress. I look forward to showing you the work that I've done in my new sewing room. For those of you who don't know, husband is... Oh, I know. We bought a house last summer. Those of you who are new to the channel, we bought a house, and I had some work to do to get my sewing room all put together, new furniture. The furniture arrived in late October after my last FlossTube, and then I spent some time reorganizing the built-in shelving, buying some baskets and containers, building a shelf over the window to hold photos and baskets and decor items. So I am looking forward to showing you where I am with all that, and it's mostly done. I have stitching hanging on the wall, the little bit of wall space I have. I do want to put up a design wall for my quilting projects, and that's probably my biggest outstanding project for my crafting sewing room. But anyway, that will be coming up. And as I mentioned, a year ago was my 1-year FlossTube anniversary, so May 4th of this year, 2021, was my 2-year FlossTube anniversary. And although I've not, as I said, not been very active at all, not active recording in 7 months, but I'm excited to be here, and I hope to have a couple more videos to share more of my progress on my projects and more purchases, things I've acquired in the last few months, and hear from you all what you're working on. If we have some projects in common, let me know. And I'm excited to go to StitchCon next month. It's coming up quick. So if you're going to be at StitchCon, weekend A or weekend B, please, please, please comment down below or send me an email to mystitchyhome@gmail.com and let me know which weekend you'll be at. And you know what I look like, so, you know, look for me at either Saturday night, Sunday of weekend A, or anytime during weekend B. I'll be around, and I would love to meet you. So thanks for stopping by my stitchy car, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.